Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? I apologize for the lateness. Like I said, I told you guys it might take a while for me to get through all the books that I got for the 8th, the books that came out last week. I had a lot this week, um, but it was worth it, especially for me to digest and give a decent review of what I thought of last week's books before I go pick up this week's books. uh, but yeah, here they are. I'm gonna review these as best I can. I hope you enjoy it. And let's get to them. I got good enough convergence. Didn't get every convergence, guys. Didn't get every convergence. Just the ones I really wanted to pick up. I read some already, but I got the ones I were really more interested in. Like I said, I'm not gonna pick up every tie-in to Convergence. Um, I said I would pick up everything pre-Flashpoint. Pretty much try to read everything pre-Flashpoint. Pick up or read. I did most of that. I picked up or read. I'm not really sure I'm gonna get a lot of the books that are characters from Infinite Crisis, but that but this week I know for next week they got a new Teen Titans. I'm definitely picking that up because that's Marv Wolfman writing them, and that's the lineup that I love. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that. But like I said, I had another friend that told me that it's a toss-up. It was a toss-up. He actually flipped the coin. He pulled a two-face, and it was a toss-up between Convergence or Secret Wars, and it landed. It was heads. Secret Wars, tails, Convergence landed on heads. He's just gonna get Secret Wars. He's not like me where he can be both, or he'll read both events. He feels that he doesn't want to be picking up all events, but luckily he said he has a friend that'll help him with the DC stuff because he says he wants to read Convergence, but it landed on heads. Luck of the draw, huh? But let's get started. I got some indie, I got DC, and I got Marvel. Start with indie, end with DC. All right. So we go to Action Lab Entertainment's issue number 3 of Stray. Uh, this continues to be a good mini series, or however you want to classify it. Um, Rockwaller, or the new Doberman. He keeps saying he doesn't want to be called under his father's name, even though he's wearing his a costume that his father did make before he died to take over the legacy of Rockwaller, but of Doberman, excuse me. But he's still on he's still looking into who killed his father. Uh, we get a little bit more backstory of that, especially when he was younger, when he was still known as Rockwaller. He had a crush on another hero, and they meet again, and it's kind of like he doesn't want to look at her because she kind of has like this power called the truth stare. Like you stare at her, you start telling the truth. It's kind of a semi Wonder Woman with the lasso of truth, but I like it. It's cool, and it kind of a little bit of the Ghost Rider, the pennant stare, which is kind of cool. We get a cool fight scene on a train where he's dealing with an enemy of his from his past. We get more in depth in who the uh, the detective that's working the case to find out who killed his father, who he really is, and once again a little homage to the Question, because instead of being the Question, Vic Sage or Renee Montoya, he's called the Theory, and I'm like, yeah, okay, but this was good. Very much I enjoyed it, and we're getting. I think there's one more issue to go before this wraps up and find out who was the murderer. The murderer. So pretty good. Moving on to Dark Horse, and we end this with the last issue of X. Uh, Dwayne Zazinski and Eric Nugent. all I can say, sirs, you did a good job. I love that you stayed on this book. This was your baby. This was your baby. You stayed on. You didn't pass it on to another writer to take over. No, you stayed on. I like that. I admire that. I respect that. And X's mission, final mission, ends pretty well, in a sense. He finds out, he deals with the individual who is running this legion of like drug crazed maniacs. It's called Blood Eye or something like that. Like, you stick a syringe actually in your eye and you get high off of it, but your eyes start like leaking blood, and it's like, what the fuck? It's just like, god damn, like that shit was crazy. But X asks for a little help from a ally, or I should say somebody who is kind of going like him, who wants to keep Archaea safe, but in a sense be more, take it to the extreme like him. But he does end his mission in a sense. Well, not technically, doesn't really end it. He realizes that uh, the individual known as the Archicon, who was in the issue, a couple issues before, when he was fighting these super-powered villains that came to Archaea and nearly destroyed it, he's asking for his help. So it's almost in a sense, X is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go help this guy out, but I'll be back. So it kind of ends on a good notion of, but you know, it's kind of funny. You know, Leia, she gives a kiss to X. He's unmasked now. He's showing his face, and you know, she kisses him, and then on the cheek, and he's like, then he turns around. He's like, "Don't ever do that again." Like, it was like, I was like, really, X? Like, and then I love the last line that she gives him. She's like, it wasn't a reason why I stayed with X for so long. It wasn't because of his mission or some, but it's more, it was out of love. And I was like, whoa, okay. But a very good ending to X number 4. I know he's, you know, this is kind of the same thing that's going to happen with Captain Midnight. It's going to end too. But 24 issues in, not bad at all. Move on to Dynamite. Legendary Green Hornet. On issue 3. This was okay. It wasn't. I thought it'd be a little bit more detailed in terms of make this felt too much like a classic Saturday morning cartoon. You know, how will Green Hornet and Kato get out of this situation and things like that. I'm like, yeah, the plot felt really that typical Saturday morning cartoon superhero. Ha, yes, we'll get out of this thing like that. No, it just felt kind of weird. They are introduced to another version of themselves, but instead of called the Green Hornet, he's called the Brass Hornet. And I'm like, I listen to that, and I'm like, all I start thinking about is Fairly Odd Parents and the Crimson Chin, with all his enemies being like steel-like characters, like the brass kneecap and bronze kneecap and brass knuckle and stuff like that. I was just like, okay. But as the name sucked, but it was real interesting to get into detail of why they're doing what they do. And we get more into depth of the child prodigy sick. But other than that, it was okay. All right. Moving on. More Dynamite for you guys. I tweeted Cullen Bunn, and I said right off the bat, hashtag Pulp Hero, Pulp Badass, or something like that. Old school is cool. We're talking about Mask 2. This is the follow-up to the hit crossover that Dynamite put out a few years ago with all the pulp era heroes coming together. Green Hornet, Shadow, Zorro, Black Bat, Green Llama, Black Spectre, and they follow up with some more. This was great. You guys know me. I get giddy as a schoolgirl when they start paying homage to the heroes that came before the heroes that we got now, and respect the heroes that came before. That's my motto. And this was great. Still keeping it in that era, 1930s, 40s. It's 1937 New York, and Green Hornet, Kato are on New York Harbor dealing with a group of skull face robbers. The Shadow comes involved, and you know the Shadow, his he comes out, and the Shadow knows what lurks in the hearts of evil. And his big eyes, when he looks at you, it's like shit, like it's trouble. And I love the lines like Horner's like, Shadow, we needed them to know what's going on. Who's leading them? Do you have to kill everybody? Could you leave one of them alive? And great car chase scene between the Black Beauty and these the individuals that are getting away. And then all of a sudden, here comes Black Spectre, and he's kind of like this super powered heavy hitter, like kind of like Superman in a sense. And there's a kind of a stare down between him and the Shadow, and they're like, I've just heard stories about you, Shadow, and you're like, some people say you're not even good. You kill for the pleasure, and there's like a But Green Llama comes involved, and he showcases that what's going to happen is going to span time, and Green Hornet is seeing his son Britt Reed Jr. and Kato's daughter as Green Hornet. I'm like, okay, where's this going? Green Llama showing on, and a lot of them are like, I don't believe this. We get an individual of one of the newest mask heroines. Her name is Lady Satan. I'm like, yeah, that's a good name. And her and Black Spectre have a past. Real good stuff. Ooh, this was great. I enjoyed the hell out of this. This was great. We end Dynamite on Red Sonja, Vulture Circle. Now, I gotta call him out on this, but not out of despite what he says, but I gotta call him out. Gavi, you said this was written by Gail Simone. I know you probably was in the zone. Speaking of a fellow Gail Simone fan, but actually Collins writes this, dude. So I just gotta call you out on that. No disrespect. But this is good. I'm not gonna spoil too much of this either because goddamn, Sonja, she literally gives up something very important, and I'm not even gonna tell you what it is, but it was just like goddamn, and just what's going on with the Snake God, and fuck. And just you feel for Sonja's lover in this. It's just like you feel for him, and it's just like, oh my god, like how much can he put up with this before he wants whatever's in Sonja out? And it's just like, god damn, this was great. All right. Moving on to Marvel, we move on to issue number 2 of All New Hawkeye. Jeff Lemire, Perez. Man, this was good. This continues to be I'm liking where they're taking this. We're seeing once again it goes from past and present. We get to see the past of when Barney and Clint ran away from their stepfather, their foster father, and joined the circus. We get to see Swordman and things like that. That was great. But then we go to the present of what's going on with the mission with Hawkeye, the Hawkeyes, I should say, him and Kate. And that gets really interesting as well, especially what Kate finds out and what Hydra has been doing. Creepy shit. I'm like, god damn, like, what the fuck, Hydra? Like, really? But this was great. Jeff Lemire, you hit a home run with Green Arrow. You're definitely picking up with Hawkeye. This was good. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Angela, Asgard's assassin, number 5. My God, this was great. So, Angela has taken her sister to heaven. And Angela's not really welcome there. She's not welcome there, even though she has some help from the Guardians. Thor and the rest of Asgard are chasing after her, and then the two siblings come face to face later on. And it is there that it's a battle between brother and sister, and unfortunately, Angela's telling Thor why she took their sister, because of the curse inside of her, the curse of Surtur. And it's there that Thor may now understand, and there's even time where he even will trust his sister Angela. He's like, okay, the line of Odin should never have Surtur in the bloodline, so he trusts her. And I love that moment where Angela even says to Thor, I don't care what the Odin son, no, I'm calling him Thor. He says, look, you trust me, I am forever in your debt. She doesn't say I love you, brother, but that's close. I guess that's as close as you're gonna get. Like, you trust me, I'm in your debt. Fine. But yeah, this is great stuff. Gillian and Marjorie Bennett just do a good job with this. Yeah, it's good stuff. Ant-Man #4. First of all, like I said, I love this cover. This Miami Vice cover. Child of the 80s, guys. This stuff gets to me. It's great. But Cassie has been kidnapped by Augustin Cross, and you all know Scott blaming himself. He's like going crazy. He's like, God, it's happened again. Why is this happening? Why? Grizzly is kind of consulting his boss. We'll find her. Don't worry. And Scott does get a little help from another individual known as the Machine Smith. Now, why did Augustin Cross kidnap Cassie? To save his father, Darren Cross. And really, in a sense, it gets more in depth of what is inside of Cassie. He wants to surgically remove her heart. Her heart is like, her heart is like pured with PIM particles, so it can enlarge, it can get smaller, things like that, to save his father. And he says it's not about revenge, but it is about it is, I need her heart. And the doctor that's doing it is really against it. She doesn't want to do it, but Cross has some leverage on her son. And it gets really intense from there. I love the scene where Crossfire, even his girlfriend, is like, you're a 2-bit bullseye, and that's all you're ever going to be, and just dumps his ass. I was like, I thought that was funny, but it ends with a cliffhanger. Spencer gives us a little bit of a Peter David cliffhanger, and I thought that was really good. It's really good. Avengers World number 19. Woo! Word of advice to anybody who downplays Sunspot. Don't. Now you got to remember, Sunspot has bought out or taken over AIM. And the superior intelligence who usually leads AIM wants AIM back. And there's a decent battle between this super intelligence, the supreme intelligence, and Sunspot. And goddamn, Sunspot just proved why you don't shoot a man who absorbs that kind of stuff. He's a mutant. Why? I don't understand why this guy is not an Omega level mutant. I have no idea, but it should be on that level, because goddamn, Roberto just showcases don't fuck with him. Because just when you think you got him knocked down, he's going to get back up. And you're going to get in your ass. And man, he just proves, like, AIM is mine. You want to try to take it? Come at me, but you don't, because you're gonna fall. You're gonna lose. Right, this is good. Uh, Captain Marvel, number 14. This is chapter 11 of Black Vortex. Miss Kelly D. Uh, uh, no disrespect to Miss D. I just wasn't really feeling this issue too much. It was okay, but I was, I kind of read through this really fast. I was like, okay. On to the next chapter, on to the finale of this bad boy. This, I was just, no disrespect, Miss D. No disrespect at all. I love your writing, but this just felt like, let's just put Carol involved in this somehow. Give her like a spotlight with the Black Vortex. But I will say, uh, the remnants of what she would probably look like as the Black Vortex I was like, cool, a binary reference. I thought that was really good. Because I always did like Carol as binary. She was badass as binary. She's a fucking powerhouse as binary. But I loved what she did in that. Oh my God, Guardians 3000, Abinette. God damn, sir. You went all out on this, and I love that fucking cliffhanger you gave us. Woo! I jonesed over that character because I was like, oh yeah. Once they showed that character at the end, first of all, it's great to see both Guardians team together, and I'm loving how the modern Guardians are like jaw dropping over the leadership of Major Victory, Vance, and they're just like, man, I remember fighting with him, but god damn, he's great. That's Peter Quill. Even Gamora's like, yeah, maybe we should kick you off of being leader, Quill, and get him. I'm like, god damn. But this was great, and just like I said, sorry about that. It was really, really intense, and I very much enjoyed this. This was good stuff. All right. Sorry about that, my phone. Okay, but yeah, that ending with who Gina Drake has to talk to, and Yondu found, and oh my god, I'm not gonna spoil who that was. All right, we move on to James Patterson, Max Ride, First Flight. This is written by Margaret Liu. Marjorie Bennett. Sorry, I apologize for that. And Alex Sanchez does the artwork. Now, this is actually based off a James Patterson story novel called Maximum Risk. Uh, I haven't read all of it. I read some of it, and I enjoyed it. I love James Patterson. He's one of my favorite novelists. Love his writing. And this was really good. A good adaptation, comic-wise, of a novel. I thought this really worked. This Max here and some of her individuals are like super hybrid humans. They have these wings, and this felt similar to, for all, if you never read the novel, this felt similar to a little bit of an X-Men, a little bit of a Gen 13 vibe, where they're running from the organization that made them, and it's got hybrid wolves and things like that, but they're family. They may have, and of course there's a doctor that raised them and kept them safe, but they're like family. They're like family, and unfortunately, shit hits the fan. I'm not gonna ruin everything, but it gets really good, and you get to see what's it all about. There's a major cliffhanger that Miss Bennett gave us. Like I said, no relation to me, but she dealt really well. She dealt the hand, and it really was intense. In my opinion, it was really good. But I enjoyed it very much. This was good. This was good. I'm glad I picked that up. Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 12, final issue. And Bendis, you hit a home run with this. God damn. No, not even home run. Grand slam. God damn, this was good. You got Miles captured by Hydra and Victor Von Dam, or Doctor Doom, and he develops a new power. The other Ultimates and, Cloak and Dagger, even one of his friends, what's his what's his what's another one of their roommates? Him and Genki's their other roommate. What is his name? Oh God, I forget his name, but he has like the high top and he's got the glasses. Like, he looks like something straight out of the 80s. It's so cool. But he helps out, and even though they're coming to help, Miles don't need no help. He fucking takes out Hydra and Doctor Doom by himself. Much respects to Miles on that. And it's just like he gets his dad. It was just badass. This was great. And I love what he says to Ultimate Katie Bishop. He's like, consider this breaking up. And then I love what Dagger says. She's like, permission to knock her on her ass. Like, literally, like, can I hit her? Like, can I do something about it? Because she was the one that said I hated her from the beginning. And Miles says, yeah, permission granted, but just don't hurt her. So she throws a little light dagger at her and knocks her on her ass. I thought it was funny, but it ends up, with what's coming with Secret Wars. And yeah, I'm going to be reading what comes with Bagley. And yeah, Mark Bagley, one of my favorite artists, the Ultimate End. But like I said, this was good. Spider-Man 2099. God damn. Marvel had some hits, man. Marvel had some hits that Peter David, as always, I tip my hat to you, sir. So Miguel is back in the year 2015. He's come back from 2029, or what's made of it. And he is really at wit's end. He doesn't know. He's trying to figure out what the hell happened to his time. Like, what changed it? He knows he may figure that maybe Alchemax maybe has something to do with it. Maybe something he did. He's guessing himself. But one of his neighbors, he brings a cure of cancer, because in the year 2099 there's a cure for cancer, like a complete cure. And he gives it to her, and it's kind of funny. She wakes up and she's thinking that he's stalking her. There's a scene where Spidey is Peter Parker. Spidey, original Spidey, is fighting the Spot, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, it's good to see the Spot." But I'm like, "What the fuck happened to the Spot?" Like, he's got arms coming out of his face, out of his torso, and I'm like, "God damn! Like, what the hell?" And of course, Miguel comes in to help, and then there's a scene where they're talking about it, and Peter's like, "Yo, I thought you were back. Like, went back to your time." And he's like, something went down, and the Hulk took over, the old Maestro Hulk took over, and he's going on about his company and then your company, and then yeah, I gotta admit, yeah, Peter was a little bit. I was watching my bros. Blue Gobley's review, and I gotta admit, yeah, Peter did act a little arrogant. That's not Peter. That's not like him. But it was good, especially that ending. Oh my God. There's maybe good stuff. Spider-Woman #6. This was fun. Once again, I gotta applaud Hopeless and the gang for bringing the obscure, the really C-list villains, and putting them in the spotlight, like Porcupine, Senor Martez, Big Wheel, people like that. Good stuff. And Spider-Woman is getting down to the bottom of, like, who is hiring all these C-list villains to cause this, and why, and who's got their siblings, their children, whoever, and yeah, Jessica is a little bit like uncaring in this a little bit, but I love her chemistry with her and Ben Urich. I think it's really cool. But she loses her motorcycle in this. I'm not gonna lie. And she's like, "Damn, I love that motorcycle." But I did enjoy this. This was fun. Storm number, what is this? 10. Hawk. Good stuff, sir. Um, I'll say this: whoever is coming after Storm and using all the people is using people that she knows as a dilemma to, like, who you gonna go save, Storm. This is what this issue felt like. Like, the person involved in this, whoever's doing this, is putting up so many dilemmas for Storm. She's like, it's almost like, how can Storm save everybody when it's like, it was good to see Callisto again. I was like, whoa, Callisto, I haven't seen her in a while. She's back in the Morlock tunnels in New York. I thought that was really good, but you know, the person comes after Callisto, comes after the school, comes after Forge, comes after another student that Storm has come really close with, individual that hasn't gone to the school yet, but it's there. It's like do or die for Storm. It's like, who you gonna save? Like, who? And it's like, wow, okay, you're putting a dilemma on Storm, and I thought that was really intense, really good stuff, very much. And it's like, almost, can the goddess, can the Wind Rider, can the head mistress, can she can't be here everywhere at once. What is her dilemma? How's she gonna pull this off? Good stuff. All right, we end this with my DC. All right, let's kick this off with Batman Arkham Knights #2. This is the official prequel to the Arkham trilogy finale. Peter Tomasi, you do a good job with this, sir. Love the cover with Harley. Yeah. It's a dilemma with Jim Gordon. He was poisoned. I loved in the beginning we get like a an obituary or a will and testament from the Joker. Like, he's talking to us, but like also talking to Batman. He calls Batman his brother from another mother. I'm like, God damn. And pretty much when the Joker left the calling card when they were about to do the autopsy of him, and like I said, God damn, like the Joker did that, and Jim is being poisoned. He's been, with the Joker toxin. Cash, the guard from the games, he is back, and he called Batman. It's like, Jim called Batman, and Batman got to, Gotham PD as quickly as he can, but he knows he's gonna need help, so he goes to Blackgate, and he breaks out Harley Quinn, and Harley is kind of not herself. She's trying to get through the death of Joker as well, but she knows that, and Bruce knows, I need your help. Where, you knew him better, and things like that. And he's, Bruce, he's like, I swear to God, he said, I swear to God, Quinn, if you screw with me or you trick me or things like, you'll be sorry. I'm like, whoa, you just truly shows how much Jim means to Bruce. It's like, if you screw with me, if you trick me, so help me, I will make your life a living hell. I will. And Harley does kind of leave something for Bruce, and it's in the form of Killer Croc, and it's like, oh boy, here we go. Now you gotta remember, this is Arkham City Killer Croc. This is Arkham Killer, so this is that giant, Killer Croc, and Bruce, he knocks Bruce down. He takes Bruce's utility belt, and I love that Cash comes to help Bruce. I thought that was cool. He's like, yeah, this is for taking my arm, you son of a, my hand, you son of a bitch. And there seems to be the cliffhanger. Oh my God. Really, Tomasi? Y'all go in there with Harley and a certain, yeah, enter Harley and Gwen. Yeah, that's funny. I thought that was cool. Convergence number 1. This was good. Like, you know me, guys. I'm not the biggest Liddell fan, but he had help writing this. So as long as he has help writing this, I'm fine. You know, he's got somebody co-writing with him, fine. Like, but in this was interesting. This focused more on the Earth 2 individuals, which I thought was cool. And what their stake in this was, it's fine. And they're getting to see, what's going on. And also we get to see a little bit of the injustice world as well. So this was interesting. This was good, a good setup, another good issue in my opinion. Nothing too major that really like, oh my God, made me stand out, but it was good. Not bad. All right, so you guys want to see what tie-ins I got? All right, here we go. Let's do this. The Atom, number 1 of 2. Atom Convergence, the Atom. I got the what is this? The variant covers. I thought these Chip Kid variant covers are pretty cool. I couldn't get them all, but I thought this was good. So, Ray Palmer. It's kind of interesting that everybody is stuck in Gotham, almost in a sense. Pre-Flashpoint Gotham. Ray Palmer. People are not really trusting him. He's hearing voices. And it's almost like I could play Randy Orton's music. I hear voices in my head. Yeah, Ray Palmer is hearing voices that people think his mental state. He's going crazy. He's lost his powers in a sense too. Like I said, almost every metahuman or people with powers, once those domes went up, they started losing their powers. And unfortunately, he still has a little bit of his powers where he's able to make his hand really big. But then, of course, he's calling out Slade Wilson. He's like, there's an injustice. Slade Wilson killed Ryan Cho, and I want justice for that. And he's calling him out. Slade is on some ill stuff himself, where he's going under a different name. I think, what was his name? What was his name? God, I gotta remember his name because I thought it was funny. He's trying to get past his past, his assassin past. He calls himself what does he call himself? Cassidy Wild. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Like, really? Cassidy Wild, and he's trying to get past that, but almost like, Adam went on live television and was like, yeah, I'm calling you out. And of course he's gonna call out. And once again, we start hearing the voice of saying, like, I have your dome, choose your champion and stuff like that. Is true. You're gonna hear that a lot in this. It was just like but it was interesting. And unfortunately, Adam gets his powers back somehow. And he is shocked to see somebody who he thought was dead. I'm gonna spoil this for you. Yeah, Ryan Cho is alive. The all-new Adam. The Adam that Gail was writing. Good stuff, too. Is alive. His successor is alive. Whoa. Good stuff. I thought it was interesting. All right, Convergence, Batgirl, number 1 of 2. Who writes this again? Damn, I'm forgetting who writes this. But it was good to see Cassie as Batgirl. It was great to see Tim as Red Robin, but the Red Robin that I like. And it's good to see Cassandra, but I really wish she wasn't Black Bat. I really wish she wasn't. But other than that, it was good, and it seems that Cassandra was chosen as a champion. And this was interesting to see that not Cassandra, Stephanie, excuse me, Stephanie has moved on from her Batgirl. You see her, what she's been doing after she's given up her being Batgirl, and kind of, you know, Cassandra and Tim are calling her out, like saying, like, you've been out of, literally almost saying you're out of shape. You're out of shape. You haven't been Batgirl for a while, so you need our help. I'm like, they didn't say she was fat, but they're saying she's out of fighting condition to be Batgirl, and this was okay. It wasn't bad, but I really thought it could have been better. But it was good though. It was good to see. Convergence, Nightwing, and Oracle. You know who wrote this, Gail. Mwah! Yes. It is fucking great to see Barbara as Oracle again, because I enjoy her as Oracle. Yes, guys, she will always be my Batgirl. She will always be Batgirl in my heart. But when her character got upgraded when she became Oracle, it's great to see Dick as Nightwing. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Dick Grayson fan for life, and I will always follow him no matter what path he takes. And yeah, right now he's this super spy, and I know a lot of people are not liking that, but it's Dick Grayson, and I'm loyal to him, so I gotta follow him. But this was good. It was Dick. You know, Oracle was kind of talking to us as well, and I love the line between the scene between Dick and Corey, Starfire. I thought that was really good, and they're talking about the domes again, and like everybody's cut off and everything like that, and Corey, Starfire will always love Dick. I love how she even says, the one man on this planet that I love, and he's not happy. And you just really feel for even though, Corey has kind of accepted the fact that Dick loves Barbara, but, there's always going to be that, and Dick I will spoil this. Dick does propose to Barbara. You should all know what happens. And then enters it's not a different Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and man, ugh, shit. But this was good. And you felt sorry for Barbara in this, especially. I really did. But this was fun. I enjoyed it. This was good. Yeah. Convergence, the question. Fucking yes. Greg Roca writes this bad boy. I always loved, don't get me wrong, once again, I will always love Vic Sage as the Question. Sorry about that. But when Renee took over the role, I fucking loved it even more, because Greg Roca took us in a place that, ooh, it was so good. So we get to see her, and the shit that goes on with Two-Face in this, oh my god. Huntress makes an appearance. The real Helena Bertinelli makes an appearance in this. Renee has really been cut off. Like I said, the domes are really, it's not just they're domed up. It's everything. Food supplies are really low. Medicine, you name it. You're really getting to see that this stuff is really not just, oh, you're in the dome, but you're getting food and all that stuff. No, it's torture. They're like birds in a cage. And Renee's father's not doing so well because of that. But this was great. I loved it. Uh, I love that Two-Face is trying to kill himself. And he keeps throwing up the coin, keeps landing on heads, and it's like, God damn it! He's like, God damn it! Oh, you know. And then of course the ending. Greg, sir, much love and respect to you for that. That was great. I'm not even gonna ruin who was at the end of that. All right. And the last convergence I got was Convergence Superman, #1 of 2. Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks does the artwork. Like I said, couldn't get the variant covers for this one, but this will do. It's always good to see Lois and Clark. So, once again, like I said, it's interesting that everybody is in Gotham. Superman is in Gotham, and he's without his powers, and he's flipping around on rooftops. Flipping. Let me repeat that. There. Let me say that again. Superman flipping around on rooftops. I said Superman flipping around on rooftops, fighting crime like Batman, and he's got Lois in his ear in an earpiece because of the dome. He's lost his powers. Jimmy is in Gotham as well, and we finally get to see, because of the dome, what has been going on with Lois. Because of the dome, what happened? Because of the dome, when Superman lost his powers, he can really do something that we as fans been wanting to see him and Lois accomplish. Lois is pregnant. She's pregnant. She is pregnant with their child. Because it was always said that if Superman tried to impregnate, I think his super sperm or semen would kill her, you know, or kill her ovaries or something serious that wouldn't be possible. But because of the dome was down, but also we get to see the Flashpoint versions of Batman, Abin Sur, Captain Thunder, and Superman, who was Subject 1 or something like that. I remember him, and Cyborg. And they realized that it's almost like kill or be killed. We got to do this, you know. And the domes go down almost right before Clark is in dire need. He gets his powers back, and I love where the people are like, Superman and Gotham. What the hell? It's like it was interesting, but Superman hears those voices once, you know, hears that announcement. Choose your champion. Blah 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 blah. And there's a battle between Captain Thunder and all the Flashpoint characters. And Superman is the one, he's like, look, we don't have to do this. Let's work. You know, Superman, he's being that Boy Scout, the Boy Scout that we love. You know, before he starts attacking, he's trying to like, look, we can work this out. Let's stop fighting. And I thought that's classic Superman that I love. You know, first of all, it's good to see classic Superman costume with the red underwear. Yes, the red underwear. I like the red underwear, okay? I'm not going to lie. I like the red overall underwear, okay? But I thought it was great. Superman, but then shit starts hitting the fan with Lois, because Flashpoint Superman goes after Lois. And he's like, it's Lois. You're the only woman I ever loved, that ever loved me. I'm here to get you to safety. And, you know, it's just great stuff. This is great stuff. This was good. I enjoyed this. Do yourself, if you're a Superman fan, or you just want to see old school Lois and Superman and Clark and Lois, pick this up. This was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. And we end this bad boy with Mortal Kombat X #5. God damn it! Oh God, God fucking damn it! This was great. There's a war coming between the Shokan and um, Kotal after what he did to Goro. We get to see Goro's father, the king of the Shokan. I thought that was amazing because I don't think we ever seen Goro's dad. Never seen his dad. And Goro is like, he falls to his dad and he's like, kill me, father. You know, his father just crying. He's like, you're my son. I'm not going to kill you. We're going to get revenge. He, the, the Shokan, we get to see Kintaro. He's in this. And the Shokan, they go into war. They go into war, baby. And there's a badass fight between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Or I should say the corrupt Sub-Zero. You know, the controlled Sub-Zero. And man, both stories were great. You know, both, it's a main, one big story, but both stories, story A and story B, good stuff. And I'm not going to ruin that ending. This was great. And I hope everybody's enjoying the game. It came out yesterday. And this was great. Well, there you have it, guys. Apologize for the delay. Like I said, but I had to find time to finish reading all these books. But I did. And on to the next review, or, you know, which is the books. If I'm not mistaken, this is the next review will be my 150th review. I think it is. And if it is, then that's going to be live, actually. I'm going to do I always said I'll do live reviews for 150. But other than that, you guys take care, and Auf Wiedersehen.